Breaking 2 is a sequel to Breaking 1 by Cracky 4. Unlike Breaking 1, where you and your family move into a new house and have to survive a purge by working together and defeating Scary Larry, Breaking 2 takes place during a failed camping trip after the events of Breaking 1. The game progresses very differently compared to Breaking 1, giving you various different options to go through rather than a more linear path to follow. In this video, I'll be addressing everything you need to know about Breaking 2, including varying different game mechanics and how to get every badge that is currently out on release day. The game starts off with you and your family crashing into the side of the road, your car breaking down in the process. You stumble through the woods until the road hits a dead end. Your only option is a small path on the side, which leads to the entrance of a huge building. As you approach the building, the rain quickly turns into hail. The hail is pretty easy to dodge, but get inside as quickly as possible. As soon as you're inside, use your time to loot the entrance of the building. You will find two cabinets on the left and right sides of the door, each with randomized loot inside. Loot is individual for each player, so you don't have to worry about anybody else stealing your items. On the right staircase, you will find a pile of crowbars. Take one if you don't have a weapon and head up to the gym. Keep in mind that this game is meant to be played with many other people. Whilst I will be teaching you how to do everything, you won't be able to do most things without the help of others. Breaking 2 offers two abilities that you can train throughout the game. This includes speed and strength. For the purpose of this video, we're going to start off by training strength. Each skill can be upgraded to a maximum level of 5, and each level gained for that respective skill increases its efficiency, speed increasing your walk speed, and strength increasing your weapon damage. Additionally, you need a certain level of skill to complete various tasks around the base, which I will go over throughout the video. It's a good idea to level up one of your skills early while you still have time to prepare, as if you plan on getting the badges, maintaining a balance between training and exploring will be very important. The first badge you will likely get is Family Bonding. To the left of the entrance, you will find a half-open door to the kitchen. You can open this door early if you have an adult and a child class paired together. While the adult holds the gate open, the child can slip right under and press a button to the left of the doorway to fully open the gate. Alternatively, you can wait until the first wave is finished and the door will automatically open. Whatever way you decide to open the kitchen, it's very important that you just have it open, as it will come in handy for later badges. Once you have the kitchen unlocked, it's time to get your next badge, Uncle Pete's Return. To the left of the doorway, you will find a cabinet with randomized loot, but also a key in one of the drawers. This key can be taken upstairs to the cage, where Uncle Pete is being held. Use the key on the lock. In doing so, Uncle Pete will be unlocked as an ally, as well as a quest giver. These quests will come in handy for another badge later on, so accept the first quest as soon as you unlock him. You should know that if you haven't already picked up a crowbar, you won't be able to accept this quest until you do. Uncle Pete's first quest requires you to defeat 3 bad guys. The second quest requires you to defeat 10 bad guys. His final quest requires you to defeat all 50 enemies in the upstairs fight zone, or defeat the pizza boss in the kitchen. There are a few ways to approach this quest line. For the first and second quest, you can use your early built strength to defeat enemies in the fight zone, or you can get the kills when they attack during the first and second wave. For the final quest, if you are tasked with killing the pizza boss, you will need level 4 strength to kick down the door and start the boss fight. Defeating this boss will grant you the Pizza Party badge, as well as give you a box of golden pizza to loot. If you are tasked with clearing the fight zone, you can use your early built strength combined with other players to make quick work of all the enemies up there. It goes way faster than you'd expect. Defeating all enemies in the fight zone will reward you with the spring cleaning badge, as well as unlock the door to the fight zone lounge. Inside the lounge, you can find a lootable box, as well as golden armor, which can be purchased for $150. I'd recommend having level 3 strength and a better weapon like the diamond crowbar before you do these fights. If you don't know where to get a weapon, after the first wave of enemies attack, the shop in the bottom right side of the lair will open. You can spend money on food and tools here to improve your chances of survival. Additionally, if you obtain the best weapon from the vending machine, you will receive the Tool Time badge. The best weapon changes every time you play. However, you can find out what the best weapon is going to be by going to the bulletin board in the same room and clearing off a clutter of papers. Once you do, the paper behind everything will tell you what the best weapon for your current server is. Once you complete Uncle Pete's final quest, he will be very happy and reward you with money, as well as his pet mouse, Lois. This can be used to earn your next 2 badges, Wake Up Bradley and Expert Investigator. Move up to the 2nd floor and climb the ladder on the opposite side of the staircase. You will find a broken walkway. To jump across, you will need a speed of 4. This can be done with a speed of 3 and a Bloxy Cola, or even without a Bloxy Cola, but it's a bit risky, and if you end up falling, you'll lose 15 energy. However you choose to get across, once you're there, you can find a ladder mounted on the wall. You can bring this back to the hole and make a makeshift walkway out of it, so you and other players can move back and forth without the speed requirement. Go back inside the room and pull out Lois the mouse, then place it in front of Detective Bradley. In doing so, you will wake up the detective and obtain another ally on your team. You will also receive the badge, Wake Up Bradley. In the same room, you will find a bulletin board, which was presumably being worked on by Detective Bradley. You will see a stack of papers with random events that occurred in Break-In 1. You will need to list these in order from start to finish. This is pretty easy, especially if you've played Break-In 1. But if you're having trouble, take a look at these strings connecting 2 events together. If the pair the string is connecting to doesn't match up, it will be red. If the string connecting the 2 events matches up properly, then it will be green. Using this little detail, it should be easy to list the events even if you don't remember them or never played Break-In 1. Doing this will unlock a secret compartment in the room, which has a guaranteed medkit, as well as reward you the badge, Expert Investigator. In Break-In 2, you're free to roam outside the base pretty much whenever you want. There are up to 4 badges you can obtain by completing tasks outside the base. These include Operation Dog Rescue, Deliveries Here, the Golden Apple, and the Dream Team. Starting off with Operation Dog Rescue, to complete this badge, you will need 4 speed or 3 speed with Bloxy Colas. You must rescue Twaddle the dog from outside. However, in order to do so, you need to bring him his favorite snack. Go up the right stairwell and down until you reach the bulletin board on the wall. Clear the papers on top, just like the board down in the shop. And beneath everything, you should find a note telling you what Twaddle's favorite snack is. The 4 options that you might get are Bloxy Cola, pizza, apple, and a cookie. Twaddle's favorite snack changes between servers, so it will be different every time. Once you find out what Twaddle's favorite snack is, go outside the main door and take a left. You will need to jump over some ice before reaching Twaddle. Once you do, feed him his favorite snack and he will follow you. Also, you can loot a box inside the doghouse for an extra item. However, you need a minimum strength of 2. Once Twaddle is following you, you need to make it back inside without him hitting the ice. If you are able to make the jump, then 90% of the time, he will also make the jump. Try to make sure he doesn't slip on the ice more than once, as if he does, he will stop following you and you will need to feed him again. Once you return inside, you will unlock the final ally for your team and receive the badge, Operation Dog Rescue. Additionally, if you have recruited Uncle Pete and Detective Bradley before doing so, you will receive the Dream Team badge for getting all 3 allies. To get your next badge, exit through the main door and this time, take a right. It's recommended that you have 3 speed for this part, but you can also do it with 2. In this area, you will find boxes of pizza and packs of Bloxy Cola scattered around the ice field. You will need to traverse throughout the ice and pick up all 4 of them, then bring them back inside to get the badge. You can go around and pick up all 4 in one trip instead of making 4 different trips back and forth. Make sure to not put the items away once you get them. You need to constantly be holding out. If you don't, it will drop all the items and you will have to pick them back up once you have all 4 items stacked together. Make your way back through the ice and go inside. Once you do, you will have completed and received the badge, Deliveries Here. You can also go to the kitchen and take 2 slices of pizza, as well as 2 cans of Bloxy Cola as a reward. The final badge you can get outside, and arguably the most difficult, is the Golden Apple. I highly recommend they have 3 or 4 speed and strength for this part, as well as a few friends helping you. To start, exit through the main door and go straight down the path you originally came from at the start of the game. The road will have many fallen trees that you will need to break down to get across. Not only that, every couple of seconds, there will be a huge force of wind coming down the road, which you will need to avoid. Otherwise, you will get sent back and take a lot of damage. There are small bushes in every section of the road, which you can hide inside to avoid getting affected by the wind. You must go back and forth between breaking the logs and hiding the bushes to avoid getting hurt. And eventually, you will reach the end of the road. You will see the Golden Apple sitting on a bush on the right side of the road. You must now return back to safety with the golden apple in your inventory. Using the force of the wind to push you forward, you can make it back pretty easily. Once you get back to safety, you will be rewarded with the golden apple badge, as well as be able to use the item. It can heal you and all other players to full HP when consumed. Assuming you've been balancing exploring and training, the next two badges will come passively near the end of the game. The badges So Strong and So Speedy require you to max out your strength and speed individually. This means getting level 5 for each respective skill. This is something that happens naturally when playing the game, so it shouldn't be too hard. Nearing the end of the game, the next badge you can get is R Base Now. To get this badge, you will need to fight off all 3 hordes of enemies attempting to reclaim the base. The final wave works differently compared to the last 2 waves. After clearing out all the minions, you will need to fight a mini-boss. Before you fight the mini-boss, your team of allies will each take a turn attacking him, and then get smacked in the face. Each ally will do around 30% of the boss's HP, leaving you around only 10% of his HP to deal with, assuming you've recruited all 3 allies. Once you defeat the boss and finish the wave, you will receive the badge R Base Now. Once you completed all 3 waves, you will have to watch a cutscene. Once the cutscene is finished, you can progress to the next area inside the lair. There are 2 badges you can get here. However, you have to be quick. Both badges can only be obtained by 1 player in each server. You have to make sure you are the one to get them. The first badge is color coordinated. Down the hall, go inside this door on the left and you will see many computer screens in pairs of 2, each connecting to a color. To solve this puzzle, you will have to combine 2 different colors on the screens to blend and make the color it is connected to. Once you do this for each screen, go to the screens in the center of the room and click around to change the colors. This will highlight all the computer screens in green or red, signaling which ones are done correctly and incorrectly. Use this to make sure every combination is right, then do the same for the screens in the center. If done right, you will unlock a red chest in the room with a medkit inside. You will also unlock the badge, Color Coordinated. The second badge is Discolored Pizza. In order to get this badge, you or a friend will need $200 to spend on vending machines. Instead of going into the left side of the room on the hall, go to the right side of the room. Going inside, you will find a cafeteria with vending machines. Look for the Bloxy Cola machine with a key inside and buy out the entire vending machine. When you do, it will dispense a key, which you can then use to open a locked door on your left. Inside, you will find the rainbow pizza. Keep in mind, to get the badge, you must be the person to pick up the pizza. However, this means you won't be able to get a slice of the pizza. Finally, the last 2 badges are really linear and straightforward. After getting the rainbow pizza, you will keep going down the hall and confront Scary Mary. She will inspect your progression throughout the game, criticizing you whenever she finds something lacking. However, if you've done well for yourself up until this point, you will compliment your progress and the boss fight will begin. If you've played Breakin' 1, then this fight will be pretty similar to Scary Larry's boss fight. You just have to avoid her attacks for a while. She will eventually be defeated. Well, not quite. She will be on half a heart and then retreat up onto a stand. After this part of the fight is complete, you will receive the badge, Defeat Scary Mary. Congrats! Now comes the hardest and final part of the game, the Scary Larry boss fight. This fight is extremely unique and very fun to do. However, it takes really long. You will have to avoid Scary Larry attacking you with spikes in different patterns. After that, he will start using his hand to try to sweep you off. It is pretty easy to avoid most of his attacks, but if you're having trouble with the sweep attack, pay attention to his hand movement. If you see him moving his left hand forward, that means you have to go to the left side and hide behind his hand, because he will be sweeping the right side, and vice versa. He will eventually hit Scary Mary and make her lose a heart. Repeat this for about 2 more times, and you will defeat Scary Mary for the 2nd time. She will then be forced to escape, leaving you with the win and rewarding you with the badge. You win. Congrats! You've beaten the game and gotten all 18 badges that are currently out on release. I hope you found this video helpful. I tried to make it short and spare some gameplay details while also informing you with as much as possible. I plan on uploading more videos in the near future, so I hope you stick around for those. If you would like to watch me on my journey as I continue to improve my content, consider subscribing so you never miss an upload. Likes and comments are very appreciated. I look at every comment and I love seeing the feedback on my videos. Aside from that, Have a wonderful day.